helicopters over there. That's Customs, Border Patrol, or Homeland Security. It is a gorgeous day in Washington, D.C. Hey, Rita, we are live on HAPS, simulcasting to YouTube and to Twitter. So if you have the HAPS TV app, you can see me live, or you can probably see me on my YouTube channel, Penguin6, Twitter Periscope Penguin6. And we're here on the National Mall, and it is Operation, what do they call it, Eagle Horizon Eagle, which is a continuity of operations planning exercise, also known as continuity of government exercise. And we've been forewarned by our alerts to expect helicopter traffic all over the city today, which is kind of normal. Helicopters are very normal in DC, but they told us that we might have helicopters operating at lower levels than we're used to seeing. In addition, we have 4 T-38 trainers doing a missing man formation over Arlington Cemetery later today. Funeral of a fallen soldier. We'll get a flyby. That's coming in about 2 hours. So we'll see. There's an airplane coming out of National Airport over there. Whoa, it's dark. Sorry, my screen went pretty black because it's so bright, so I'm going to miss a few of your comments. Maybe we'll get in the shade and we'll be able to see it again. I can't even see what I'm showing you. The iPhone's automatic screen dimming is a pretty negative thing when you're streaming. This is the Washington Monument here in the Capitol, and down over there is the White House. Up to my right is the U.S. Capitol, and over to my left is the Lincoln Memorial. Behind me, you can't see in the trees right now, is the Jefferson Memorial. But let's get over here for a moment in the shade. We've got more helicopters coming. You can hear the thump thump. Maybe we'll go down to the Lincoln Memorial today. I told you I'd take you to the Capitol, but we can do both. There we go. Connection is spotty. Oh, hey Flames, how you been? Yeah, well, we're down in the middle of the mall, far away from cell phone towers. The nearest towers are over on those buildings in the Department of Commerce. But, hello. Okay, guys, we can go to the Lincoln Memorial or we can go to the Capitol. Do we have a preference? If we go to the Lincoln Memorial, we'll see more helicopters. But if we go to the Capitol, well, we'll see what's going on at the Capitol. The Vietnam Memorial. I've been there a few times. It's down by the Lincoln. We could maybe. We'll see. We just got word that the National Guard is going to pull out this weekend up at the U.S. Capitol, which will be interesting. The IRS building is over there. I actually just filmed some stuff at the IRS that I'll put up on my YouTube channel later. I put up a video about the IRS the other day. Google Maps temporary closed. Yeah, it's closed to visitors right now, but it's open to the staff. The staff are working. Almost every building you see, I mean literally almost every building you could see is closed to visitors right now. They just reopened this museum, and that museum's closed, but the art gallery is open. But otherwise, pretty much all of these buildings are closed to visitors. We have a vote for the Lincoln Memorial. That's actually the cooler walk because it's not as far. I got it. Rob, I tell you what, we could go to Lincoln and then maybe rent a bike. Oh, how am I going to rent a bike, though? I don't have my... we'll figure it out. There's that Department of Homeland Security helicopter over there. You can just see it. Can you guys see it? It's an S-76. So that's a Homeland Security helicopter. And what do we have back behind us? Nothing right now. So we'll walk over this way and we'll go down towards the Lincoln, and then we'll figure out where we go next, yeah? I should have rented a bike and I could have gone both. The problem with getting on a scooter or a bike is that I need my phone. And I'm afraid if I do that, I'll lose the connection for this stream. I'm not entirely sure if HAPS can pause. It is actually a very beautiful day. It's getting a little bit warm. It's going to be in the 80s today. That's like 27 degrees Celsius for those of you who speak Celsius. I don't get that. There goes that Homeland Security helicopter is doing donuts over here by the White House. He just went down and then he decided to turn around. Oops, I couldn't read the comments, so I said, oh, I'll just put my hat over the thing. And then, of course, you guys couldn't see anything. It's like, oh. I wish there was a quick way to like reset the phone's screensaver. It's about 27C here, maybe 28. Oh, so there, the Homeland Security helicopter is doing another circle back there. It's pretty warm.
Back when we were here.
Oh, here comes a helicopter out of the Pentagon. Oh, two of them actually. Can we get a triple? Nope, just a double. That's kind of normal to see helicopters coming out of the Pentagon. I really apologize if I'm missing your comments. It's not on purpose, I'm sorry. But my screen has dimmed and it's very difficult to see anything. It's just very difficult to see. The news did say there would be low-flying helicopters, but we haven't seen anything yet. This is Operation, what do I call it? Eagle Harvest or something like that, which is an annual continuity of operations planning exercise that's conducted every year. And it's that government agencies simulate a catastrophe, basically, be it a war or a hurricane or whatever, and then test their procedures to continue operations in those situations. So now if it was a full-on continuity of government operation, there would be helicopters landing at the Capitol as part of that, but I don't know if they're going to go to that level today. I will know we get notifications of exercises about every month. I think the last one was April 20th. We had an air defense exercise, which meant fighter jets over the city. You get these alerts from the DC government and from other sites. Good morning. Doo-doo-doo. Well, we've had these, I mean, honestly, we have exercises literally every month. And right now, it's pretty mellow. And now, if you guys read Fox News announced that the National Guard is leaving on Saturday. This weekend, the National Guard will finish their mission at the U.S. Capitol. No, there's sandbags at the IRS and Federal Triangle because that's got a big flooding problem down there. Federal Triangle floods a lot. But I'm not sure why they put them up there, if there's some specific problem or if they're going to do some renovations or something. But like sandbags at Federal Triangle subway, they're there. They've been there for decades. I mean, literally decades. Oh, you guys want to see? You want to see a cicada? All right, we'll find it. There's a bunch of dead ones all over the place. So if I see a live cicada, we'll let you see it. Unless you guys are like bugophobes or whatever. What is it? It is a bit warm. The National Guard is leaving this weekend, according to Fox News. I mean, they're still technically there, right? So, fence is still up, UK Neil. They're coming down. There's still fences up around Lafayette Park, but they opened up a lot of pedestrian walkway. The Capitol is still fenced, though. So there's only supposed to be about 2,500 National Guard guys left, and I don't think most of them are in DC. I think a lot of them are out in like Andrews Air Force Base or someplace else like that. Where am I going for lunch today? I haven't decided, because at 1:50 we got a missing man formation going by, and I haven't quite figured out where I'm going to be. I could go over to Virginia to get lunch. The fountain is on. I didn't even just notice the fountain is on. Oh. Let's see. Oh.
Right.
Sorry.
Mission accomplished. I only do 3.
Let's cut back here. Yeah, I mean, there are cicadas. I've seen them all over, but at this exact moment, I don't see any. I don't even see any of their little shells. They might have cleaned them up. They might come in, because there's like cicada carcasses everywhere. There are some tourists, but not a lot. Hey, thanks for the donation there. Chicken for lunch, could be. Fried chicken at Eastern Market, that might work. Let me show you this graffiti back here. I showed you this before. So this is the graffiti behind the World War II memorial, put in by the artist. Sorry. You got to get the graffiti.
Oh.
Have you seen it hidden in there?
No.
Kilroy was here,
Nice.
put in by the artist. So Kilroy was here, was a popular graffiti used in World War II by the troops to sort of say, hey, we were here first. And so the artist put it in behind the World War II memorial. Let's make our way down to the Lincoln Memorial, yeah? I was also thinking Korean tacos today. The water's really low right now. It's only like right here, it's like an inch deep. Out in the middle, it's probably like a half a foot. Someone said there was a full moon coming. Yeah, if you watch Kelly's Heroes with Clint Eastwood and Telly Savalas, the end of the movie is Kilroy was here. You haven't seen Dumfries, you haven't seen it? You know, it's weird how some of the cicadas, like some areas are getting more, like Montgomery County, which is in Maryland, it's got a lot of cicadas. DC's had a few, but I'm not hearing any of them. I'm not hearing the cicadas. Baby ducks, baby ducks. Who likes baby ducks?
They have their eyes open. Oh dear. One duck scared 3 ducks.
Baby ducks, do 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 do. I tell you what, guys, I like baby ducks a lot, but I like the shade a little bit better. So there's a squadron of 3. So I'm broadcasting live on HAPS TV, H-A-P-P-S, which is an app you can download, and it actually pays you to broadcast occasionally. And you can simulcast to YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. Did I get my 2K signal gadget? Little darling, I decided to return it. The reason is, and I'm going to come back to it, but because I'm traveling this summer, I wasn't going to use it for 2 months. But I was going to have to pay about $400 US a month. $400 US a month for service plans for that gadget. And I was, yeah, you can feed the ducks. And I just was like, you know, why don't I just wait till the fall when I'm in a better position, like, you know, know where I'm going to be for 6 to 12 months to start really live streaming. So I returned that gadget. I will probably come back to that gadget in the fall. How much are Freemason books? You know, actually, I went to the Spy Museum, and they have a book about the Masons in Washington, D.C. If you go to the Spy Museum store, they got a lot of stuff about the Masons. It's pretty cool. Which way is someone? I don't know. I'm going to Asia this summer. Back to... It's really warm, Dave. Hello, Lorraine. So over there is a very small memorial most people don't know about. That is the World War I memorial for District of Columbia residents. Those are for memorializing those soldiers who lived in the District of Columbia who gave their lives in the First World War. I haven't heard that many cicadas lately. Yeah, I kind of thought they were later. I thought I heard some this morning, but it turned out to be a construction truck backing up. But I saw one this morning. I mean, I saw like a fully formed adult cicada on the ground. I almost stepped on it. You know, I actually did book tickets for my travel, but then they canceled my flight. So I'm actually in the middle of rebooking that, which is complicated because I have to do quarantine. 2 weeks in quarantine. And I have to book the hotel. So it's kind of a nuts. I will do videos from Asia. Yeah, lots of videos from Hong Kong. But the first 2 weeks, do I miss Hong Kong every day? Well, the IRS is going to be running with the big check I sent them. Thankfully, the post office isn't really running that well, so I've got a few more days before the check arrives to the IRS, I think. Here comes the helicopter. Sounds like he's coming out of the Pentagon. There he is. These will be Blackhawks. One, I think there's another one. Two, honestly it could be three. No. Just two. Now, for those wondering, helicopters are incredibly common sight. We could see, like normally see 40 or 50 a day. I don't know what's up with the post office lately. Man, I've had some horrible experiences. I mean, like weeks. I'm actually waiting for a letter that's now 2 weeks from Chicago. This is pretty frustrating. You have to quarantine no matter what in Hong Kong. Everybody's quarantined. GPS enforced. They put something on your wrist, track you. Aircraft are allowed up the Potomac River coming out of National Airport, but directly overhead where I am, no, there are no aircraft allowed. I believe it's restricted zone P56A. And that covers basically, oh, here comes some more helicopters. Covers the Lincoln Memorial all the way down to the Capitol. No, they're not requiring vaccinations for people to visit, but they do require quarantines. There's one helicopter down low. It's going to come over here behind these trees. We'll see which one it is. That is Homeland Security's little S-76 sexy beast. That's a little gray and black one. Oh, looks like they're filming a movie over here, guys. They are filming a movie or something by the Korean Veterans Memorial. I'll be away for probably a month or two. I haven't quite decided. Because I might swing into Europe on the way home. It's kind of like, I was talking to the kids, it's like, you guys want to go to Europe? And they're like, go to hell, Dad, I just want to get off the plane. Like, fine. So they are setting up some sort of camera lens sort of thing over there. Lincoln Memorial straight ahead. Trying to find some cicadas. There are more trees down here. There's a lot of dead ones on the ground. The guidance has been kind of clear. If you've had a vaccine and you're 2 weeks out of your vaccine, you don't have to wear a mask. But if you go indoors, even if you've had a vaccine, they kind of want you to wear one. Certain places, you have to wear a mask. The Lincoln Memorial is kind of all fenced up right now. Yeah, a TV show or like a news broadcast or something. Like sometimes the news goes live from the monument. Ugh, look at all, oh, there's one. Cicada. All right, let's make our way up here. Hello. In DC, the mask ordinance was passed pursuant to a 1938 law on communicable diseases, which gives the mayor the authority to enact things like wearing a mask, and the fine is like $5,000. Though I don't think anybody actually got fined, but it was under the authority of a law. Let's go up here. Hang on a second. Some woman singing on a harpsichord thingy. See that? This is where the I Had a Dream speech was made. Martin Luther King stood right there and gave the I Have a Dream speech. Let's go inside, because it's cooler in this marble monument. This is the live stream. We are live today, so you guys can talk to me. It's a lot of steps. There's the Gettysburg Address. And there is the second inaugural emancipation. There's actually a typo in this one. Let me see if I can show you the typo. The artist couldn't spell. There it is. So the future. He tried to there is a typo in this one. Did you find the typo? There's a misspelling on that side.
Oh, really?
Halfway down the word future on the right side. Losing me, yeah, that happens inside that building. Whoa, so bright. Who thinks I should get a drink? So right here is the, let me go up a little closer. You might not have seen it last time. I have a dream. You know, that was an ad lib. It wasn't even in his speech. But a woman was sitting behind him and she's like, tell him about the dream. Tell him about the dream. And so he did the I have a dream thing. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, so here's our agenda. Soda, Capitol, yeah? In that order. So we're gonna take a slight detour to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Slow down on a different show homes. Can I go to the Bible Museum? I haven't been to the Bible Museum. It's kind of a new museum. We'll probably get over there eventually. I've gone by it on the outside. Try to slow down sometimes. The chat's a few minutes ahead of the video or the other way around. It's possible because this is coming from HAPS TV. So this is a simulcast on the HAPS TV app that's going to YouTube, which could be about 20 or 30 seconds delayed. I'm not really sure. Hey guys, Chantel's here. Chantel TV is a YouTuber and video gal. What would you call it? Live producer, not video gal. Live producer from Paris. So if you guys want to have someone who walks you around Paris on a daily basis, Chantel TV. She's here on HAPS and she's on YouTube. And now she's doing like joint walks with her daughter, who I think's in Canada. Gallaudet, yes, Marianne, I know you want to go to Gallaudet. Yes, but we're on HAPS right now. We're on our way to get a soda. We're over by the polo field. Oh, guy, you know what? We could go over by the Martin Luther King Memorial and then we'll walk up to the Capitol. It's about a 3-mile walk. Oh, what's that? Ambulance. I remember that lobby song. It's been a while since we've been to the movies, hasn't it? Let's all go to the lobby. Yeah, I'm almost at 100,000 on YouTube, which will be cool. Poor old fella. What am I gonna drink? Hi, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, Diet Coke or something?
Diet Pepsi?
Yeah, Diet Pepsi's good. Oh,
I'll be right with you.
no worries, thank you. Yes, yes, ma'am. 2. I actually got a card. I'll just play card. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah, too much stuff. Okay, we got a drink. Sorry about that, guys. So, paper straws, which I don't really like. That's good. It's cold. So let's go over here towards the tidal basin. I got a Pepsi, Diet Pepsi. No aircraft at the moment. So they actually do play polo out here on the weekends. They bring out their little ponies and everything. Go to a grave for R.E. Emery. I wonder where that grave is. Well, I will have to look it up. I'm not entirely sure how open Arlington is. It probably is. Originally, you were only allowed to go to like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and John F. Kennedy's grave. And the only way you could go to individual graves is if you were a family member. You guys have to understand, I can't see all your messages while I'm walking. Paper straws in a plastic cup. Yeah, that's kind of thing. Yeah, 100,000 soon, I hope. Then I get the little plaque from YouTube. Yay! I'm not boycotting either, but I think some people are upset by Koch's policies on the Georgia voting thing. I'm not entirely sure. They don't think I'd have a website. You know, that would actually be a good website. The boycott website where you would know who you're supposed to boycott and for what reason. Like, updated daily. Fruit juice, they had some stuff, I guess. It's all pretty limited what they have. What is it? Pepsi is the Democratic drink and Coke is the Republican drink? I can't remember the order. One was always associated with Republicans and one was associated with Democrats. That's why, like, when Nixon went to China, one drink was brought to China before the other. I think it was Coke. Operation Eagle Horizon, Mary, that is a continuity of operations planning exercise conducted every year by various U.S. government agencies to maintain operations in a time of crisis, be it a hurricane, war, earthquake, etc. So all government agencies today are going through their contingency plans of how to keep their operations functioning. As part of that, there's supposed to be a lot of helicopter traffic on the mall. We've seen a couple, but not that much more than normal. I like this sidewalk because it's in the shade. This is gross. I drink a lot of water. I kind of have to get back. I didn't drink diet soda for like 5 years. And when I came back to America, I just started picking it up again. Hey Wanda, how you doing? We are on a hike going over the Martin Luther King Memorial here in a minute. And then we're going to walk along the tidal basin a bit and then head up to the US Capitol. And then we're going to say, what food for 100K? I don't know. It's probably going to be next week since it was so boring. I'm kind of saving up all my yummy food for Hong Kong. When I get to Hong Kong, I'm going to be eating just everything I haven't been able to eat for the last 3 years. The helicopter yesterday, it didn't crash land, it had emergency lands. It's operational still. It was a hydraulic problem is what they're claiming, and they sent some technicians out from Andrews to fix it. I listened to the air traffic control, so he knew he had a problem. He actually was like talking to the tower, and it's like, I gotta go down. Luckily though, there was this giant, football stadium. That's where the Washington, formerly known as Redskins, used to play. So there were like parking lots galore for him to put down. That was part of the 1st Helicopter Squadron based out of Andrews. It's a VIP transport squadron. That was the cool thing about Hong Kong, is that I knew lots of people in Hong Kong. Hong Kong was really weird. I lived in an urban metropolis, but it had a feel of a small village, which was strange because I'd always run into people while going. I'm in a city of 7 million people, but I'd go downtown and I'd run into people and stuff like that. Dr. Pepper, boy, that's a weird addiction. July. I gotta sort that out when I get home tonight, actually. Do you see any school, you mean like tour groups? I don't really see any tour groups today. But I mean, I saw some yesterday. If you saw my video last night, there was like a tour group doing a conga line at the White House. Military exercises are being held overhead. There's supposed to be helicopters flying around the DC area today. Here comes one right now, coming up behind the Jefferson Memorial. It's a small helicopter. Actually, I think that might be a police helicopter, not military. Oh, by the way, there's Martin Luther King. So this is the Martin Luther King Memorial. It's one of our newest memorials, though technically I believe they project this is going to be underwater in like 50 years. Do you know the artist of this was actually Chinese? So the Martin Luther King Memorial was designed by a Chinese artist, Chinese American, I believe. 2010. These are the cherry blossoms, which are in green right now. You may recall I was here in the spring, they were all white and beautiful and everything. Pink and white. Hello, Florida. We are at the tidal basin just across from the Jefferson Memorial. We were just at the Martin Luther King Memorial here in Washington, D.C. We're going to make our way up towards the U.S. Capitol. We'll see how long the battery holds out. I see a fish. There is supposed to be a military exercise today, government exercise. I don't know if there's any hidden symbols in it. But it seems to be pretty mellow right now, to be honest. There is a small helicopter over there, but that's about it. It is a nice pass. No fence. There used to be a fence, and all the people complained. They're like, let us be adults, and the water's not very deep. So now there's no fence, and yes, people do fall in. It is a nice walking path, isn't it? That's okay. Sorry, I keep getting these spam calls. El Polo Loco. I've been to El Polo Loco. El Pollo Loco is crazy. Oh, you know why I'm walking here? It's because it's really cool. I mean, temperature-wise. I'm in the shade. I've got the breeze off the water. It's like... Shepherd, we're not really sure when the helicopters are going to come. I mean, they give us these alerts, but I mean, like, sometimes they give us the alert. They're like, everybody in DC, be prepared for low-flying aircraft. And then it comes up in like Annapolis, which is like 45 minutes away. It's like, okay, well, that didn't really bother us in DC. And then sometimes they throw F-18s right over the heart of the city with no notice. And it's just like, guys, come on. They're gonna see me maybe, huh? Well, just look for the weird looking guy talking to himself. There's not a lot of us. That's not to say there's not more than one, but there's not a lot. People do fall in. It is a continuity of operations planning exercise. That is an exercise to make sure government agencies are capable of functioning in a time of crisis, be it natural disaster or man-made. This is an annual exercise, but as part of the exercise, they warned us that they're gonna have low-flying helicopters, but I haven't really seen them yet. I'm kind of bummed. All the helicopter spotters are out right now. My helicopter spotter group is like strategically positioned all over the city. We're all waiting, getting updates. Who's got a lot of helicopters? Nothing, you know, it's just like normal level of traffic right now. No, you don't really swim in it. This is a tidal basin. This is actually a flood control basin. I gotta go over here. So the Potomac is a tidal river. It goes up and down several feet a day, and they pump all the water, not pump, but they funnel all the water into this tidal basin, and then they shoot it out the other direction after the tides go out. So it's basically a flood control mech. It's man-made flood control prevention. Now that said, they've got some problems that the water levels are rising, and they don't know how long this is going to last. Now, like 50 years ago, a congressman got pulled over there for drunk driving by a policeman. And then the congressman's passenger, a scantily clad lady, jumped out of the car and dove into the tidal basin and started swimming around. All right? The police are like, oh boy, what do we got going on here? We've just pulled over a congressman with a half-naked woman swimming in the tidal basin. They go up a record check, she's a prostitute. Like, okay, we have a congressman with a hooker in his car swimming in the tidal basin. Now what do we do? They're like, call the supervisor. I am using an iPhone 12 at the moment. I have my DJI Osmo in my pocket, but I haven't actually been filming with it the last half hour or so. So this is my DJI. This is what I normally use for YouTube. This is my gimbal-based camera. Woo, woo, there we go. But we're not using it right now. White House tours are closed. We would like to take you there sometime. We're gonna visit the White House and find the burn marks. The burn marks, I know where they are. They're actually on the residence level in the patio. There are still burn marks from the British. There are burn marks in the U.S. Oh, hang on. Is that a motor? Oh, it's just a Harley. I thought it was a helicopter. There are burn marks in the U.S. Capitol you can see, though, from when the British burned the U.S. Capitol. Those are pretty common to see. Do you think arrests are pending? No. What for? I mean, I don't know who would be doing it. Posse comitatus. This is always an issue there. Any cherries growing out? These are fruitless cherry blossoms. They don't actually produce fruit. These Japanese cherry blossoms don't produce fruit. There's like a slight variation. You know what I gotta do? I gotta do one of these paddle boats. I haven't done one of those yet. It was not Charlie Wilson. The prostitute's name was Fanny Fox or something like that. If you just type, it was a congressman from like Arkansas, I think. He was like a good old boy congressman. And it's interesting, that prostitute just died last month. They ran an obituary in the Washington Post. Former tidal basin swimmer passes away. Nope. Going for Nebraska to Fort Reno, that's the Homeland Security headquarters, DHS. Actually, we've been able to get pretty close to the White House recently. They reopened the passage along Pennsylvania Avenue. This is John Paul Jones, by the way. So we're able to get pretty close lately. Oh, here comes something. Helicopter. I'm going to leave my cup right there so the ice melts. Then we'll come back to it. Vehicle collision, 14th and D Street Northwest. There it is. Oh, just a Blackhawk. Oh, it's not focusing. What's up with that? Just the one Blackhawk. Oh, no, there's the other one. This is the second time. We've seen these two go back and forth a lot today. Come on, we want 3. Ah, a cicada fell in my ear. Ah, just 2. I'm waiting for a triple. Some of the museums are reopened. I need a backpack. That's on my list of things to do this afternoon, is buy a backpack. Yeah, this is a training exercise. Those Blackhawks along the river are most commonly VIP transport, and they're very common to see. So I'm not really, if I see them over there, I'm not really that excited. If I see them over here, then I'm going to be excited, because they are not allowed into this airspace. This airspace is restricted to basically just Marine One and Park Police Eagle. We have a contingency operation today, a planning exercise by the military and the U.S. government, a continuity of operations plan exercise. And this happens every year, where the U.S. government conducts an exercise to make sure they are capable of operating in all sorts of different crises. So, different government agencies, everybody from the military down to like the Environmental Protection Agency are like, okay, can we do this if we lose our computers? If we lose access to the field office in Oklahoma, can we do that? Can we do this? My paper straw is turning to mush. I don't like paper straws. My plastic cup with a paper straw. Yep. It is blue sky today. Now, normally I would throw away this cup, except it's like a 2-mile hike to the Capitol. Where's the sun? Whenever I get in the shade of the Washington Monument, I call it the zone of death. The zone of death is that area that would be crushed if the Washington Monument collapsed. Last night we watched Olympus Had Fallen, my kid and I, and he's just like, Dad, they knocked over the Washington Monument. And I'm like, they do that in all the monster movies. Oh, okay. Hey, see you later. So guys, we're live streaming on HAPS, Periscope, and YouTube. It's all kind of simulcast through the HAPS TV app. If you're a live streamer, you can look at the HAPS app. It's pretty cool. You walked up the monument. That would be awesome. Did you elevator or you actually walked up the monument? There's another one, it's like Earth versus the Flying Saucers, in which a flying saucer like took out the Washington Monument. It was pretty cool. And of course, Spider-Man, he had some battles on this in that Spider-Man movie. The White House is over there. Jefferson Memorial over there. Lincoln back behind me, and the U.S. Capitol is the other side of this sucker. Habs doesn't like you, bummer. Do I like DC? It's okay. I like Hong Kong better. So you see this little ridge here? You guys all think, oh yeah, it's just a landscaping. No, this is actually a security fence. So 20 or 30 years ago, a crazy man with a van and supposedly a bunch of explosives threatened to blow up the Washington Monument. So when they rebuilt or they re-renovated the landscaping, they put in this like security fence that nobody really notices as a security fence. They just think it's a landscaping thing. But the reality is it keeps car bombers away from the base of the Washington Monument. Yeah, we're gonna go up to the Capitol. I'm gonna get a water pouch. That's actually, it's a good mention because that's one of the things I'm holding off on is finding the right one. Oh, hey, you guys wanted to see the construction at the White House. Doo-doo-doo. All right, you see that? There's the plywood. There's the hoarding. In fact, I think there might actually be like a bulldozer there. So they're redoing the plumbing and the telecom systems across the South Lawn. That's why Marine One is landing on the ellipse right now, is because it can't land in all that construction. So, cool. Haps has a really good zoom, doesn't it? Oh yeah, definitely ace on. Let's go get in the zone of death over here. Big vents here. Ooh, it's warm air. I'll be there about a month. I haven't quite decided yet how long I'm going to go away this week, summer. Oh, okay, we're going to pause here because we are, as mentioned, in the zone of death. There we go. We're in the shadow of the Washington Monument right now. And it's much cooler here, much, much cooler. Hey, thanks for your donation. We're gonna spend that on the homeless probably. That's what I usually do with all the money I get. Are the congressmen in the Capitol? Yeah, we could see them. What's today, Thursday? Yeah, they should still be there. They're probably leaving tonight though. Congress usually works Tuesday to Thursday, and then they disappear. Oh, the tow trucks are out. So, I know a lot of you were asking about tow trucks. The tow trucks in DC are probably the most efficient government agency in the District of Columbia, is the tow truck guys. They patrol in a wolf pack, and there is a wolf pack of tow trucks over there, and they are yanking every single car along the road. And they do that, they just swarm like a wolf pack. And we'll go see those guys yanking cars here in a minute. All right, I gotta take it. This straw is really just like, the straw is just like at the patheticness point. Oh. Hey Robin, how you doing? Ooh. Chewing ice right now. Right. Have you been doing pics like this in China? Did I do videos in China? Yeah, in Hong Kong, and some in China, but I had a lot of regular vlogs in Hong Kong. You can see on my YouTube channel. If you go back a few years, mostly me eating. But we did some tours of Hong Kong places, like we went out to where the Battle of Hong Kong took place in World War II. For those of you who don't know, Hong Kong was invaded by the Japanese. It was defended by Canadian and some British troops, along with local Hong Kong volunteers. Look at that wolf pack. Look at those guys. Continuity of government. Jimmy, that's what's going on. It's a continuity of operations planning exercise. I guess that's the new speak for COG. Instead of continuity of government, they call it continuity of operations planning. And this is the one they do it this year. They do it every year. Whew. Man, what a wolf pack. Look at all these tow trucks. These guys are ready for some heavy duty yanking. Oh, I'm gonna run for it. Look at all of them. They don't travel alone. Now these are the guys who could clear an entire city block in like 5 minutes. Maybe not 3 minutes. They would just roll in and yank everybody. That's mental. Okay. Sorry about that. I lived in Hong Kong. It's about 86 degrees, yeah. Been to Japan many times. Everybody does. Can you check out the Smithsonian building surrounding and loading docks? Most of the loading docks are underground, but we'll go by. What's going on? It's kind of what it is. See you later, Mark. Thanks for watching. Okay, we're on the National Mall. We're going to head up to the U.S. Capitol. We can look at some, I don't know, maybe we'll see a Smithsonian loading dock. Is there something I'm looking for particularly? Hey Finland, how's it going? I might actually stop in Finland this summer on the way back from Hong Kong. I have a flight option that goes through Helsinki, but I was kind of like, do I really want to see Helsinki in the middle of COVID, or should I just go another time? You know what's really weird? The grass is actually kind of wet. I think they watered the grass or something. Hey Queensland, how's it going? The paper straw was good, but it eventually just turned to mush, and I had to like get rid of it. So now I'm just melting my ice slowly. Hey, see you later. So you see the Capitol, and you're like, oh, the Capitol's not that far. Yeah, that's like an optical illusion. The Capitol really is far. It's like annoyingly far. What's with the tow trucks? DC, that's a wolf pack of DC towing. DC towing enforcement is the most efficient entity of the DC government. They always get their man. They run license plate readers off the side of the vehicles. They drive around DC, and if they find you, they tow you. They are good. And they've been bored from COVID because they weren't enforcing all the parking laws. But they're getting ready to start. Yeah. They are watering the grass up ahead. You can see some sprinklers up there. The sun's doing its job on this ice. So over there on the other side of these museums is Federal Triangle and the IRS. This is a sort of a natural depression. You see it here at Smithsonian subway as well. This is the emergency exit for the Smithsonian metro station and vents. And what are they surrounded by? You got it, sandbags. Why? Flooding. This area of DC has a lot of flooding. So you can see here, these grates are all covered with sandbags and have been for years. Literally years. In fact, these sandbags are like bursting. They're so old. But we've seen it here. And just over there is the IRS. You can see the Trump Tower, the Trump Hotel is that tall pillar, and the IRS building is next to it. All part of this Federal Triangle kind of area, Smithsonian Federal Triangle. Where's who? That's the Natural History Museum. I don't think they've reopened yet. It's getting really bright again. I'm gonna have to go into the trees again so I can start seeing your comments. That's something I gotta fix, is the brightness. Why not build a curb? You know, that would make sense. That would be common sense for the government to like make elevated, lifted grates. And it's just, who knows why? I mean, government historical preservation area, all sorts of other ridiculous rules, who knows? But it would make sense to just permanently fix this problem. But no, they just throw sandbags on it. It's like the cheap fix. And people get so used to it, they don't complain about it anymore, and then they're done with it. Oh, that's better than this thing. I would like to get a scooter, Mary. The problem is I'm broadcasting live on the phone, and the moment I went to go get a scooter, I'd have to disconnect the broadcast. So we're kind of stuck. I will probably get to the Capitol, discontinue the broadcast, and then get a scooter and go back over to like the White House or something. Go get some lunch. Have I been to restaurants underground by the Capitol? I used to work on Capitol Hill, and underneath the in the congressional office buildings, there are small like staff cafeterias that would eat at. We'd call it like the carryout. We'd go down there, get a burger, get something. It's not really that nice of food. But yeah, I mean, I used to eat there regularly every other couple days sometimes. Though sometimes we just like, I need to get out of this building, it's so boring. So we'd go somewhere else. And then they opened a food court at Union Station, and we all started going to Union Station and eating. There's the Smithsonian here on the right. This is the headquarters of the Smithsonian. This is the administrative offices. Basically, all the buildings you're seeing here are Smithsonian. So there are like 11 Smithsonian museums, or 11 here on the mall, 6 or 7 elsewhere. I'm going to Hong Kong this summer. I haven't quite fixed the dates yet, to be honest. Probably June-ish. I need to do that when I get home tonight. Frisbee football. Touchdown. Those of you who want to know if I'm being watched by the police, well, here's your answer. prime eye. Have I thought of a segue? Those are really big and expensive, aren't they? I haven't been on one. I need to get off Diet Coke, go back to water. I used to just drink water. For years, I just drank water. I came back here and started drinking Diet Coke. I think it's because I just got bored. Ah, the shade. Not like straining to read your comments now because I can. All the people. Actually, this is pretty crowded. Due to COVID restrictions, the majority of museums are still closed. The art gallery is open. I took you there yesterday, if you look at my video from yesterday. One or two others have partially reopened, but the vast majority are closed. People are not really coming to DC for a trip, like a school group and stuff. Most of the tourists that you're seeing are actually kind of local. How old is that carousel? That carousel dates back to like the 40s or 50s, I think. I actually got kind of like water. I mean, cold water. That's kind of the problems in Hong Kong. Everybody just drinks water at room temperature, but I want my water to be like ice cold, shocking cold. So, sprinklers. Where are we? This is 7th Street. So we're 7 blocks to the U.S. Capitol. Shaved ice, bubble tea. Pork chops. The thing is like, who wants French fries with water? I mean, you know, burger needs to go down with a soda. It's just the way it should be. All right, we're gonna make this light. We made it, barely. Ooh, we'll probably get a rainbow. I tell you, I'm pretty annoyed. I was promised helicopters, and we're not seeing many. I was hoping to see helicopters landing at the Capitol, but at the moment, I'm not getting much of anything. Let me slide back over into the shade. Oop, there go the sprinklers. Ooh. Down goes the sprinkler. So this is the Air and Space Museum. It's being renovated right now, so it's not open. I went to the other Air and Space Museum at Dulles. It's a continuity of operations planning exercise, and they promised us low-flying helicopters, but I haven't seen them yet. So I'm tad annoyed. This is restricted airspace. This is known as restricted area P56A. And this is highly, highly restricted airspace. Even the military has to get permission to come in here from air traffic control. But I was hoping we would see some activity over here. Oh, that would be kind of cool. music is so annoying. That ice cream machine music. Oh, where are we at? We're at about 5th Street now. I am definitely getting a scooter on the way back. It is the Capitol. That is where we're headed, the U.S. Capitol. I haven't heard about that hacker group. The sprinkler, they just turned off the sprinkler. Oh, there's some of them are still on. Oh, shade. Yeah, we went to the National Gallery yesterday, which is right over there. This one's going to open at Memorial Day. This is the Modern Art Museum. That's the funky stuff. Who? I don't know. You know, I don't even know if I have a green light. I'm just gonna go with my gut. And I kind of have a light. It's flashing yellow. A couple more blocks. It's very warm. I'll rephrase that. It's warm now that I've been like walking for like an hour. It was a street crossing, but it was like there was a stoplight blinking for cars to sort of slow. The next road is a little bit bigger. That was 4th Street. If you're following along online, that was 4th Street Southwest. I'm approaching 3rd Street Southwest at the National Mall, basically. So if you guys, oh, low battery warning. Hey, happy birthday. Yep, Independence Avenue is to my right and Constitution Avenue is to my left. And we are coming up at the intersection of 3rd Street. 3rd and Constitution is off to my right. No, sorry, 3rd and Constitution is off to my left. 3rd and Independence is off to my right. I don't know what this is, a protest or a bunch of college kids being silly. No toilets? You can find some toilets. If you know where to look, there are a few toilets. But not a lot. Plastic cup, go bye-bye. There's a school group, some sort of random kids eating box lunches. Hand is tired. God, I hate that music. All right, so now we're at 3rd Street. Yeah, I guess this is 3rd. 3rd and Maryland Avenue is down there. I'm coming up on the reflecting pool. Oof. .30. So in about an hour, we've got some jets going by for a missing man formation at Arlington Cemetery. Where should we go? I guess we can go up Capitol Hill, but here's the thing about Capitol Hill. It's actually a hill. I have to go uphill. So to walk up there, it's not arduous, but it's not exactly downhill coasting either. We'll walk over to the House side. I think, so you see a flag on this side and a flag on that side. It means the House is in session and the Senate's in session. This is the House side, that's the Senate side. And actually that's how everybody really differentiates. It's like, oh, it's the House side, Senate side. I just cut through here. Let's cut over. I can still hear that insipid music. What do you guys think I should get? Fried chicken or Korean tacos? Such a toss-up, our lunch choices. No, there's a funeral today of a high-ranking military officer. Whoops. Palm tree. Incoming palm tree. Korean tacos is I'm kind of thinking Korean tacos. I have to take a bike to get Korean tacos. Oh, these are pretty. Let's go through the shade so I can see your comments again. I have to fix that. When I do broadcasts, I'm going to have to disable the screen dimming, especially when I'm outside. They just passed the January 6th Act. Oh, interesting. Maybe we'll see the congressman on the way out from the vote, because they crossed the street up here. Hot dogs, ooh, that'd be good too. Which walls? This fence? No, this fence is not. I mean, this fence has been here since January 7th, but it's not normally here. Those pop-up barriers in the street, those have been here since 9/11. Is there a water park? There are public pools in DC, but I don't think there's a public water park. There's probably some private ones in the suburbs. Oh, there's a motorcade escort. Signal's getting choppy over here. These are Capitol Hill police motorcycle cops. Korean tacos are like Korean beef or Korean ribs inside a taco shell. Sort of a mix match of, I think it's a California thing. I think it probably came from California. Yeah, I usually get the bulgogi, which is this sweet beef. It's really good. Bulgogi beef is great. You can get kimchi on them. I don't. I'm not a big kimchi guy. This is Independence Avenue at 1st Street southwest. And we're going to cross across, and we're going to go up Independence Avenue to South Capitol Street. Hey, how come they're still going? This is annoying. Oh, they have an arrow. All right, so we're in the, if you want to put it down, you can put the 100 block of Independence Avenue Southwest on Google Maps. And you can see it's a hill. It is a hill. I have to go up this sucker. So we're walking past the Rayburn House office building. If you type that on Google Maps, Rayburn House office building, you can see where I'm at. There is a government continuity of operations planning exercise in DC today. We were warned that there would be low-flying helicopters across the city all day long. But to be honest, we haven't really seen anything outside the normal level of helicopter activity, which is kind of a bummer. Oh. Whew. Wow, it smells like a homeless guy's bathroom here. Seriously, right next to the U.S. Capitol. So this is the Rayburn building. Whew. We're still going uphill. I hear bells. 12:45. So this is South Capitol Street. This actually divides the city into quadrants. So right now, I'm in the southwest quadrant of DC. But when I cross this street, I'll suddenly become in the southeast quadrant. This is number 0, Independence Avenue Southwest. And now this over here is number 0, Independence Avenue Southeast. Really wreaks havoc with the mail if you put the wrong quadrant down. Whew. And up here is New Jersey Avenue. There's a press conference over there. So let me show you guys. So there's a press conference going on right now, probably on the passage of that bill. There. So there's probably some congressmen talking, possibly even like Nancy Pelosi or someone, and they'll be surrounded by the Capitol Press Corps. Oops, and that's my finger pushing the wrong button. There we go. So yeah. The press corps, it's just the collection of the press. the Capitol Press Corps, the White House Press Corps. That's just what they call it. Sort of a name for everybody. All right. That's a congressman right there. This guy crossing the street right now is a congressman. He's got the congressional pin on his lapel, and he's jaywalking because he doesn't care. So guys, thank you very much for watching today, guys. My battery is just about toast. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go recharge my batteries. I'll come back a little bit later. I'm not sure if I'll be live or recording for playback, but thanks for watching, everyone. We'll have a YouTube video later today if we see any cool helicopter traffic or anything else we might see. And that's about it for now, guys. So thanks a lot, and we'll catch you all very, very soon.